Welcome to Yoga by Beka. Let's start out today's yoga practice with a meditation. Simply observe your thoughts arising. It's like watching clouds pass by while remaining aware of the vast, clear blue sky. Mindfulness, is it the same as meditation? Mindfulness is a simple and popular type of meditation that's often practiced in traditional seated poses. It's also referring to a mindset that you can bring into the rest of your life. This can reduce stress and can deliberately reduce the amount of stress in the present moment without judgment. You can pay attention to what goes on around you, but allow it to drift through you. If you want to practice mindfulness, observe your breath, thoughts, sounds, or physical sensations, all of which are encouraged in today's yoga practice. Did you know that extreme focus, for an example, extreme focus while playing an instrument has been connected with meditation? Psychologists call this a flow state. You also can get in this flow state while going through your yoga practice. Psychologists also say that the flow state is where your brain waves change from beta, associated with thinking and conversing, to mostly alpha and theta, associated with relaxation and creative problem solving. If your mind is so busy, don't worry. This does not mean that you're not good at meditating. Just simply understand that meditating is observing thoughts, but then bringing your focus and attention back into the present moment. Observe your thoughts come and go. Observe them pass through you. Just realize that you are not your thoughts. When meditating, your only task is to gently remind yourself to come back to the present in a state of observing. Yoga classes encourage mindfulness through movement-to-movement awareness. For example, during asanas, you may notice this mindset spilling into your daily life, making even menial tasks, such as washing the dishes, mindful. The more I meditate and practice mindfulness, the more I realize that I can focus a lot better in everyday life. It improves my overall feeling of calm and my ability to handle situations that usually would make me anxious. With your hands in prayer position at your heart center, elongate and stretch your neck by dipping your chin to meet your chest. Regulate your breath, and let's get started. So let's get ourselves into tabletop position, and let's do some cat-cows. Let's take a deep breath and start in cat. This is a gentle kneeling pose that takes the position of a scared cat, warming up joints in your spine, hips, and shoulders. Now go into cow position. This is mimicking the slightly dipped back of a cow. This gentle kneeling pose incorporates a back bend and is practiced to warm up the spine, hips, and shoulders. If you want, just make sure that you try to focus on your cat and cows being on your inhalations and exhalations of your breath. Try to sync them together. Now slowly lower your hips to one side and the other. You'll feel this gentle stretch in your sides. This is warming up the body and getting your blood flowing. Now curl your toes under and lift your knees off the mat. Suck your belly button in towards your spine. You have strong arms. Move a little bit forward, leaning forward, and let's warm up the torso, the abdominals, the shoulders, the arms, and get a little bit of heat going. Now send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, your gluteus maximus stretches and your abductor magnus engages while in a neutral position. This is the very backs of the tops of your legs that I always struggle to get a good workout on because I collect fat on that area of my body. You press your heels actively down and it strengthens your anterior tibialis. I don't think I pronounced that right, but it's your heel. Now walk your feet up into forward fold. Bend your knees generously. You don't have to have your legs completely straight. This is mostly about decompressing the spine. Let your head fall heavy towards the earth and do what your body guides you to and what feels right for you. Forward fold offers an opportunity to improve flexibility. Transitioning in and out of the pose, such as in sun salutations, will help prepare you for common functional movements that you do throughout your day. This pose can be adapted for all abilities by going into the fold less deeply. Now press deep into your feet and slowly roll up into mountain pose. This standing pose is essentially the anatomical position. It represents how you hold yourself in the world, your postural alignment. The pose creates a stable connection to the earth. Many muscles are slightly engaged to support you upright, resisting gravity. Although the aim is to activate as few muscles as little as possible, a lot of muscles in your body engage subtly in a neutral or lengthening position to prevent you from leaning or falling in any direction. Your lower legs, thighs, hips, back muscles, and abdominals may all be felt buzzing with this slight engagement. Roll your shoulders frontwards and back, kind of getting loose. Put your hands into prayer position at heart center. And let's engage in pranayama, just breathing in deeply, exhaling deeply, practicing becoming one with your breath. This is a meditation in motion as we practice yoga today. Every part of your body is attached to your breath, and just think of your breath breathing in and then breathing out. Your hands and elbows and arms can be as actively engaged or as loosey-goosey as you feel. Again, this is as much a spiritual and a mental practice as it is physical. So you are driving the car, so to speak. This is your practice. Make it what you need it to be. If you want to breathe in deeply and then on an exhale you can hum or make a shh sound to help build up a deep breath and exhale that stored breath and releasing energy. Now put your arms high in the sky and swan dive down into forward fold. Breathe in, going halfway up into a halfway lift. Picture being a number 7. Keep a straight back, lengthening the tailbone to the crown of the head, a long neck. And then slowly, when ready, slowly release down back into your forward fold. Now we're slowly going to do this again. When we do the halfway lift, the load on the lumbar spine in a standing forward fold is very significant. The lower back is particularly vulnerable during the transition in and out of the pose. If you have any back pain, arthritis, disc issues, or other issues, try keeping your spine neutral and transition in and out of the pose with bent knees and an engaged core. When your spine flexes, your resilient and vertebral discs naturally push posteriorly. I think I said that right. Your spinal nerves thread between your vertebrae and are vulnerable to compression, such as from disc herniation. You would likely know if your nerves were being pinched because of numbness, tingling, or shooting pain. Feel the pull in the belly of the muscle, not the attachments. Muscle tissues have more elasticity to stretch and blood flow to heal than the connective tissue of joint structures. If you feel a sharp pull near the attachments, bend your knees or don't go deeply into the pose. Remember to keep yourself safe. Step 1 foot back into a lunge, look up, and then when ready, pull back, letting your foot in the front. The toes go towards the heaven and you get into a half split. Slowly walk your hands out beside your foot to deepen the stretch into your half split. When ready, ease back into your low lunge. Lean a little bit forward. Lift your back knee off the mat. Take your front foot to meet the back foot into a plank position. This is a strong, stabilizing pose that works muscles from the deepest layers inside you to the most superficial. Now, ease back into your downward facing dog. This will stretch your buttocks, thighs, and calf muscles. Now, slowly walk back into your forward fold. Keep your knees deeply bent if you'd like. Then pull up into a halfway flat back. Melt back down into forward fold. Take the opposite leg and step it behind you into your lunge. Lean slightly forward. Open your chest. Look up. Feeling the deep stretch in your thigh. And then, when ready, lean backwards, getting your hips and buttocks to go towards your back foot and straighten that front foot. Curl your toes upward towards the ceiling into a half split. Feel that deep stretch in your front leg, and when ready, slowly walk your hands to come up on the mat above your foot and slowly lean over that leg. When ready, then go back into your front lunge. Look up, open your chest. Now put your both hands down solidly. Take your front leg to meet the back into your stabilizing core plank pose. Tighten your abdominals. Focus on your belly button reaching the back of your spine. Now go over to one side, lift up, and then swing your hips over to the other side. You'll feel this in your side body. You'll feel this in your side abdominals, engaging and strengthening your core to be able to support your weight, sending it from side to side. Slowly bend your elbows as you do this practice. Focus on doing it on the breath. Now go back into your downward facing dog, feet close together. And when ready, take baby steps slowly up to the front of the mat. Put your feet back together closely. Lift up, flat back, halfway up, and then melt back down into that forward fold. Slowly pull yourself into mountain pose, hands above head, and then hands back to heart center. Breathe in and breathing out. Arms up to the sky. Now let's swan dive it down into forward fold. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, melt down into forward fold. Step back on the opposite leg, going into a lunge. Breathe in, look up, open your chest. Exhale, pull back into that half split and bend over and stretch. Now, pull yourself forward and lean forward back into that lunge. Lift the back knee off the mat and take that front foot and meet the back foot into your plank pose. Keep your plank strong, pushing the ground away from you. Core is tight. Hold, and then slowly chaturanga. Lower your body down to the mat and pull up into your back bend of choice, whether it be cobra or upward facing dog. Lower yourself back down. Then get up into cobra. Lower yourself down. Now try to do this on a wave, on your breath. We want to sync our breath and our body movements together. Now push yourself up into a strong plank and curl back into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet slowly up into your forward fold, feeling the stretch, feeling your spine decompress. Breathe in, lift up, flat back. Exhale, melt down into your forward fold. Take that opposite foot and step back into your lunge, doing the other side. Lean forward, chest open, heart open, and then exhale and pull your hips back. Straighten your front leg into your half split. Now breathe in, forward fold, chest open, heart open, looking up. Lift up the back knee and take that front foot and meet it with the other into your strong plank pose. Tightening that core, zip it up. Now slowly lower down into chaturanga, into your back bend of choice, cobra or upward facing dog. Breathe in and then exhale, curling back into downward facing dog. Breathe in deeply and exhale. Breathe in and slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, back down into forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose, hands high in the sky. Bring your hands down to your heart center. Breathe in, arms up high in the sky. Now pretend like you're holding a giant beach ball. Lean back and then off to one side and then the other side. Straighten your spine into neutral, holding that giant beach ball. Then to your left and your right. Straighten arms, swan dive down. Melt down into forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Hands to the ground. Jump back into plank. A strong plank. Tighten your core. You are strong. Now let's do a side plank. Turn your foot on its razor edge. Dip your hips down and back up again, strengthening those side abdominal muscles. Both hands back on the mat. Let's do our other side. Go onto your foot's razor edge. Side plank with arm high in the sky. Dip your hips down and up a few times. Get those side abdominals engaged. Now both hands back on the mat, melt back into your downward facing dog. Now curl forward into plank and back into downward facing dog on the breath. Inhale and curl into strong plank. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, strong plank. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, strong plank. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Lift one leg up high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Back up into the sky. Now put your leg at an angle, stacking hips, and then step through. Now let's do Warrior Two. Your arms are in a T shape. Back arm touches back leg as you reach high in the sky with your front leg. Straighten your front leg and then go down into your triangle pose. Breathing in and out. Your heart rate should be getting up a little bit now. Go into plank pose. Curl back into your downward facing dog. Lift the opposite leg high in the sky. Three-legged dog. Pull through, knee to nose. Leg back in the sky, stack the hips, put the leg at an angle, and then step it through to Warrior Two on the other side, arms in a T position. Lean back with your hand in the sky, stretching back, and then windmill your arms forward, straighten that front leg into triangle pose. Join both hands together on the mat, lower yourself into a plank position, and then lower down into Chaturanga, Cobra, Tabletop, and then transition into Child's Pose. With as little muscle engagement as possible, your body releases down. You did a hard yoga workout for a while, and you need to let your back muscles, buttocks, and ankles stretch out. As you breathe deeply, the muscles in and around your rib cage dynamically engage and stretch with each breath. Now pull yourself up into a kneeling position, and let's spend some time in meditation, regulating the breath, being mindful. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you so much and have a great day.